cars, trucks, and SUVs and can get you in the rides you need today. Harvey South.
The best service. Everyone at the Crushed Tomato wants to wish the Tryon Bulldogs and the Chattooga Indians a great season. Gather up your friends or bring the whole family and enjoy some crushed tomato pizza today.
Want a better-looking lawn with less effort? Husqvarna's robotic Automower is the effortless way to mow. Husqvarna's intelligent design allows the Automower to...
From Game Time, and Burke and I talked about this a minute ago. I don't know about being the homecoming opponent, Burke. Hopefully we can spoil the party.
Yeah, you never like to be somebody's homecoming, but to be homecoming here at Gordon Lee, that just really ought to light your fire if you're wearing royal blue tonight.
Well, Burke, I want to tip my cap to you and to Don Foley. Last week I had to be out of town. We were heading to Pigeon Forge for a baseball tournament, and I got to listen to you and Don all the way up there. And I tell you what, Don was exciting to listen to. He got into it.
He did a great job. He did a great job. He carried me just like you normally do.
Well, I really enjoyed listening to y'all. That was a good time. Unfortunately, Burke, things didn't go the Bulldogs' way last week at home against North Cobb Christian. I was interested. I kind of talked to you a little bit about it on the way up here, but I kind of wanted to get your take on that game. The final score was 21-0. Were we 21 points worse than North Cobb Christian?
Absolutely not. It's one of those games, Ben, where you need a couple of things to go your way, and it just seemed like every bad break went against the Dogs last week. Whether it be the two fumbles that they lost or two interceptions, one of them was hit our receiver in the hands, bounce up in the air. Just really tough breaks. We turned it over twice inside I think it was inside the 10. It's hard to win many ball games like that. And, and North Cobb, I don't want to take anything away from them. They played a good ball game. They ran the triple option. Coach Brown had talked about, before the game that, you had to play assignment football. They banged that fullback in there over and over and over. And then when you finally stop that, the quarterback pulls it.
Yeah.
And he was fleet-footed. I mean, he wasn't flashy, but he did a really good job of reading the option. He picked up probably as many yards as anybody on the ground. And then I think he was like 4 for 4 through the air in the first half, just moved the chains on 3rd and long twice. He played a really, really good game.
Did y'all see any of the unorthodox stuff that we saw last year?
Not at all. Not at all.
What was Coach Brown, I think they called it the polecat, set on their punt return?
They ran a spread type punt too. It would be like having trips spread out to one side and then twins out to the other side and a minimal amount of men in the middle. And I'm assuming if you didn't cover those guys,
kind of like the water bucket play on the extra point or something.
And they spread you out. But I think Tryon had a really good game plan. Because they nearly blocked. I think they did actually get a hand on one of them, and they were close to blocking several.
Well, tough loss at home, Burke, and that, let's be honest, through those first 3 games, nothing against those teams, but I think that felt like that was Tryon's first test last week, and obviously the turnovers. If you turn the ball over 4 times, you're not going to beat many teams.
No, it's tough. I talked about it to you before the game. One of them. The first fumble was, Isaac Stewart, a young sophomore. Hastings come up a little gimpy and had to go out. They run Isaac in there, and they got a lot of faith in him. He gets a lot of snaps, but he's a young kid. And his first carry of the night, he put it on the ground. And, it's just a young mistake.
Yeah.
He made a pretty good run, just didn't secure the ball well enough, and it cost him. And, it just seemed like they were playing behind the sticks from that point forward, really.
Well, Burke, anytime we play Gordon Lee, it is a pivotal game. But I think tonight, given what happened last week and then just the standings in the region, you don't like to this early in the year say it's a must-win game. But this is a very pivotal game to me for Tryon and for Gordon Lee for that matter too.
This is one of those games that are you going to be in the bottom half of the region, or are you going to be in the top part of the region?
Right.
This is one of those games. There's no doubt about that.
And I think this is an improved Gordon Lee team than what we've seen over the last 4 or 5 years, and we'll talk about kind of where they've came from and how they're doing this year. And as most of you know, they've got a new head coach up here, Josh Gross, former defensive coordinator that did just a great job down at Tryon, was down there for the first 4 or 5 years of Coach Brown's tenure at Tryon, and got hired back up here to be the defensive coordinator. Coach Ellis had some health problems and stepped aside up here, and they hired Josh. And Burke, you and I have talked about him all year long. He's a great football coach and a great man too. And
We need to go.
All right. We're going to take a commercial timeout here. We'll be back in 90 seconds. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by Harvey's South End Auto, the Crushed Tomato, and North Georgia Equipment Sales. We'll be back right after this.
Pregame show here.